What is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and today I can feel it in my plums.
Really? Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking. All the school children are lining up to put them in the sack lunches. Hey, that plum looks good. Can I trade it for your Twinkie? No, these are my plums. I want to bite into that plum and let the juice spill down my chin. You know what I mean? All the while, my plums, beautiful bluish hue. The sun just dancing right off of them, just nice. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market. Special 2 plums for 1.
That's coming up next. And this is Eau So Fraiche. Yo, what is good, Fresh fam? For everybody returning, I want to say thank you so much for being a freshie. It really means a lot. And if this is your first time here, welcome. As I said before, my name's Mega Dave, and this is my channel, Oh So Fresh, and I do reviews on fragrances that I absolutely love. And I hope that you love them too. If you do, give me 2 huge fresh thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy the content. Also, think about subscribing and hit me decent right there in the old bellin. That lets you know when I'm uploading new content, because who knows, it could be your favorite fragrance that I review next. Today, as you saw from the intro and you hear from the title, I can feel it in my plums. We got an OG from the house of Dua. The fragrance that we got, PLUM CIGARILLO. Now, this one dropped just a little bit ago. I'm sorry, I'm getting back on my grind. Had some illnesses, some things going on in life. I ain't trying to burden y'all with all that, but just want you to know, like, this fragrance was the first one I wanted to do coming out because it is such an amazing fragrance. It's an original, which I absolutely love. When Mahsam over at Dua does his thing on these originals, they are just mind-blowing. They're different, they're out of the box, and they're fantastic. But let me shut up and get to why you guys all came here and get to the scent breakdown. All right, I got my PLUM CIGARILLO, and of course, the man who's been missing in action and been completely lonely, the handy dandy fresh strip. I'm gonna take this. It's a paper. We only need 1. Oh, feel good to get back in that saddle. I can feel it down in my plums. 2 for 1 at the market. So, oddly enough, the thing that we get in the front of this is like a very nice sweet honey. And then weirdly enough, again, a slight cherry. The plum doesn't come through, at least to my nose, in the front. I get honey and I get cherry, then this fantastic vanilla that kind of swoops in and brings this all together. It comes off like at the tiniest bit medicinal, but weirdly enough, the smell that I get, especially in the opening in the mid, is this odd like baby cereal. I'm gonna put a picture up here, like that powdery cereal, and that is no way to put this down. I think the note that he's calling it is hay. I don't know. All I know is what it smells like to my nose, and it's oddly satisfying to me. It smells fantastic. It's very clean, but it has some good twist to it as well. When we get to the mid, we finally start getting some plum, but it's a different type of plum. So we get this like sweet, boozy, syrupy, almost, again, like I said, medicinal, but not medicinal, okay? This comes off a little bit more on the powdery side than on the syrupy side, but it does have this fantastic sweetness. But now that plum like liqueur type of note is here. It's boozy, it's fantastic. And then we start getting hits with the tobacco. So to me, to my nose, it doesn't start in the front. It kind of goes from the mid and then through the dry down, as you'll see when we get to that. But now that plum liqueur, sweet, almost syrupy, but powdery, if that makes any sense to you, that's the notes that start coming through. That's the prominent notes. And of course, there's still a very strong backing of the vanilla, tonka bean, something like that, that's in here. And then we start getting just dashes of some spices in here, some fantastic spices, cinnamon, clove, like light clove, nothing heavy bomb with that, but that type of spice is going on right now. All right. Now we get to the dry down. As always, I wear every fragrance. I've wore this multiple times. I've had plenty of times to test this, so I know all what it does. The dry down, fantastic. Now we start getting this warm tobacco that comes through, lightly sweetened. That vanilla stays through and through, front, middle, end. The whole ride, you get this fantastic vanilla, but it does change a little bit. It starts getting a little smooth. Some juicy plum does come in here, and those spices become a little bit more prevalent. But now like this cashmere and smooth, silky note kind of helps finish this thing off. So from start to finish, this thing is beautiful. It starts out sweet. It gets a little warmer, a little spicier, fantastic. And now where it's at, where it sits on the skin for a long time. My first time when I got it, you know, when you smell something different that you haven't smelled before, you kind of just keep putting your nose, trying to recollect like where you came from. And that's where this baby cereal thing, and I know there's no notes in there of this hay note that he put in there or whatever synthetic he used to simulate this, just to me is so sexy. It stimulates my olfactory. It makes me like want to keep burying my nose. And it has a very good waft. And I'm gonna get to that with the who, what, when, where, how, why, all of that stuff. So who can wear this? Now, I'm gonna say unisex, but at first glance, when you hear PLUM Cigarillo and it's tobacco and it's like sounds masculine, even though plum is in here, this is absolutely a woman's scent. This is absolutely a man's scent. It's whoever wants to wear it. It does have some sweet notes. It has some warm, earthy notes to it, but it also just has a very good blend that I think plays perfect to both sides. So if you're a fan of tobacco and you're a fan of plum, you're gonna be a fan of this. Now, this isn't a heavy, huge dose of plum like you're gonna be expecting like in Plumlicious or something like that. This is a little bit more subtle, at least in the earlier bottle that I have. Who knows, when it macerates a little more, maybe it gets a little deeper and just really pushes you with the plum. But right now, it's just beautiful, borderline gourmand. I think it's an Oriental, but it's borderline because of the sweetness that's in it. It's not overly sweet. It's balanced just nice, and I can't wait to see what it does going into the future. All right, now, when to wear this? This is absolutely for the time right now. Cooler weather, winter time, fall time. I think you could probably even pull this off in the springtime, the early parts of it, depending where you live. Of course, it's all going to be subjective. If you live in burning hot climates and it's 90 degrees, probably don't put this on, okay? All right, now, where to wear this fragrance? This, again, subjective, but I think fantastic for dates. It is very sexy. It's gonna get you noticed. I think nighttime's going out, walking, shopping, anywhere you wanna go, when we can finally get back to it. I think this does have some power that can go through the masks and things like that, so you don't have to over apply this thing, and that gets me to how to apply this. Now, I've worn this a couple different times. I've over applied it a little too much, and I think I found the perfect little sweet spot with my normal Dua 5 to 6, so the 1, 2 behind the ears, 1 on the back of the neck, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 on the wrist, pow. And I think that works out pretty good, where I get about an hour, hour and a half-ish push. Now, this isn't a projection monster. This is designed to be a little bit more dense and sit nice and hold a bubble, but it will give you a good sillage if you're pushing by, if the wind catches you, okay? And you're gonna get about 7.5 hours. That's what I got. You may get better. I do expect this to perform a little bit better as it macerates a little more. Like I said, I have an early bottle, so we know Duas. You either believe in it or you don't. You're gonna know, love it first sniff. If you love it, of course, this isn't going to be for every single person, but for the vast majority, I think this is a unique fragrance that you probably have never smelled. So maybe get your nostril on it, go to duasamples.com, quick plug, or if it's in stock, go check it out at Dua. Last I checked, it was out of stock, but I can imagine with the success of this fragrance here, it's gonna get restocked again and again. But like, never take the chance. If you want the fragrance, pull the trigger. You can trade it if you had to, whatever, on the Dua Fragrances group, the Dua brand group. But I do think vast majority are gonna love this. I'm so glad to be back. I got Naram's Elixir coming up. I got Error 406, Error 407, Error 4, like he's doing 100 of them, okay? I have my work behind me that I need to put on my shoulders and carry forward. So look forward to my reviews. I'm back, baby. I love you. Continue to be blessed. And stay fresh.
We got shorties on the floor.